Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sean from Hammerhead Garage, aka the Blue Collar Holler, aka whatever you want to call me is fine. I'll answer to just about anything. And the topic of our discussion this evening is Muppets of Modern Time. Who are Muppets? Are you a Muppet perchance? How do you know? All these sort of things and more will be discussed tonight. I also welcome any questions from people in the chat that wanted to ask me anything. Tonight's the night. Um, I don't really have anything spectacularly planned, but I do have a couple of short videos and a couple of funny pictures to show you. And of course, we can't talk about certain subjects on this platform because we all know why and what happens if you do. Because this is a user experience community guidelines platform that appreciates free speech unless it's against something that we don't like. And then you're going to have to go to Rumble to say that. So we'll have to be careful what I say and how I say it, I guess. In any case, can't you feel the love already so early in the day? Hey, there's my folks. Suzanne from New Hampshire. Hi, Suzanne Kane. We got Cryptomeria. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you as well. I'm just enjoying my store-bought, expensive Earl Grey Twinings tea that I like to have. Everybody that knows me knows my Sunday routine. I like to have my tea in the evening on Sunday. That's so good. I wish you could taste that from wherever you are. How's everybody doing? Anyway, I had a pretty fun day today. Didn't do a whole lot, which is what was planned. Been very busy. As you guys can imagine, motorcycle season is here. So I kick into high gear and I come out from underneath my rock at this time of the year and I go to the shop and fix people's machines. The Bitter Critter. Hammer finally made a good live. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming by. Hello to John Payment. Hello to Dale Adshade. I think that's how you pronounce your last name. Apologies if I destroy your last names or your first names for that matter. Your song and guitar playing are beautiful. Well, thank you very much. If you guys want to continue to hear that type of thing, please let me know. I will share more with you and do my best to get it out to you in a timely fashion. If you don't want to see it, you're not hurting my feelings either. Anyway, yeah. So some of you know that I've been studying to become a ham radio operator. So today I figured, well, I got a few minutes before my next adventure here in Muppet Land. So why don't I turn the radio on and just see what I can do? So anyway, I turn on the radio. I raise the Greenwood repeater. And I announce my intentions. I give my call sign. I announce my intentions that I want to use IRLP mode. And what that is, I hope I don't bore you people that aren't into radio, but it's called the International Repeater Linking Project, where basically repeaters all over the world are linked together via what they call a node, N-O-D-E. So anyway, I get on there and I push the talk button and I punch in the 4-digit access code node to, let's see, the first one I did was Helvik in Ireland, which is near Galway and Tipperary. And so I punched the code in and I announced myself on there. And basically what it does is when I transmit, it goes through the Greenwood repeater, but it exits in Ireland. So a lovely gentleman by the name of Hugh O'Donnell come back to me. I'm not going to give his call sign on air here, but he came back to me and we had a nice conversation there for a few minutes. And we talked about the weather and we talked about all kinds of stuff on there. And that was kind of interesting. And I did the distance chart calculator, and it's exactly 4,080 kilometers from my house to his repeater. So that's a fair distance. Made it all the way across the ocean. That's my first international contact. So it's a big day for me. I'm going to have to put an extra pencil in my NASA pencil protector, and if I ever wear a shirt that actually has a collar, which is pretty rare. For me, dressing up is my very finest gym pants and a shirt with a collar on it. But you don't see that very often. Something or somebody would have to die, probably, which is terrible. I mean, every man should have a suit, I think, or something of that nature. And when I was in the military, of course, I had to dress in, they called them CFs, which is equivalent to dress a suit, right? With your military rank and all that on it. But in any case, I've become a little bit laxalazy or laxadaisy, a bit of a muppet, if you will, in the dress department over these trying times. How's everybody doing? I see Delinda House is in the house. Bitter Critter is there again. And we have quite a few others. So good evening, everybody. So that was kind of fun. I played around with I got a chance to play radio today. So I don't get a chance to do that much, especially when I'm busy. But going to join the local club, I guess, and go to meetings and contribute, right? It gives me something to do, and I enjoy it. And so anyway, Lori M., hi from Central Texas. Hello, Lori. How's things in Texas? I'm not even sure what time of day or evening it is down there. It's 6:06 p.m. currently in Nova Scotia. Hello, John. Oh, hi, John. Chris Black. Hope everything going to plan. Yeah, everything seems to be, sorta, kinda. And the Muppets of modern time. Who are these Muppets? How do we know these Muppets? Do these Muppets even know that they are a Muppet? And do any of you even know who the Muppets are? I grew up watching the Muppets on TV, so that kind of dates me a bit, I guess. But the Muppets were kind of fun to watch as kids. And even as adults, I still enjoy watching that professor and Beaker, his assistant. I still occasionally watch videos of him and a few others. And always puts me in a good mood because it reminds me of a simple time when my family all was alive and we all got along. So that's always a good thing, right? And hello, Truth Park, Sherry from Winnipeg. Hello, good evening. How's everybody doing? 2 years behind you in Texas, okay. See, that's one thing I have to know as a ham radio operator. If I'm going to call anybody down there in Texas, I have to know what the time zone is and how much ahead. Because it's no good calling somebody down at like 3:30 in the morning. There's not going to be too many people awake. Ron Gerhard, hi Sean, ham PA. My call is NB3W. Well, Ron, I'm going to write that down right now. I got my old trusty list right here of people that I've added into my call sign database, as it were. And I'm going to put your name in here right now, sir. Maybe I'll give you a call sometime if I find out whereabouts you are. I can hit your repeater down there too, I'm sure, if you have IRLP or Echo Link capable. There, you're in the book. Good afternoon, Chris Crowell. How are you doing today? Yeah, it's beautiful out here today. Beautiful day. It was about 10 degrees, the sun's shining, no overcast, no clouds. We do have a winter storm coming. Oh, Steve, there's another one to add into my book. Don't get ham radio operators all over the place here. I'm going to add you right now, Steve. But anyway, as I was saying, it was kind of cool to make my first international contact there. I've been on the local repeaters and the local nets here since I got my license there a few weeks ago, but it's just nice to be able to make it all work, because before that it's all theory until you actually put it into place. I'm okay, hanging in, kind of cold and damp this afternoon. Okay, right on. Those are my YouTube 5 times to get your live stream. That's unfortunate. Yeah, as you probably guys could figure it out by now, they're not digging me too much these days. They used to dig me before I started talking about things, but now they don't dig me a whole lot. They're not hip to what I'm saying. You know what I mean? But anyway, hope everybody's had a decent weekend. Is in a decent mood. We can't always be on top all day, every day, but we certainly try that. We strive for that. I find, like I was saying, with my videos out in nature tends to help me tremendously. So I'll continue to do those types of videos if you guys want to continue seeing that stuff. That and playing music, and no Muppets here in Huber Heights, Ohio. Okay, well, that's good to know. I know a few Muppets, but they're mostly in Ottawa, and they're part of an organization up there, lovingly referred to as, you know what. Anyway, I want to congratulate the RCMP and the federal government for getting their raise yesterday, or on the April Fool's Day, April 1st. Congrats, you guys. I knew you were getting pretty thin there. You were dangerously thin, and I was worried about your health. You weren't getting enough food to eat, so you gave yourselves a big raise. So congratulations. I know it's awful stressful doing what you're doing, and it's hard, right? I mean, it really takes it out of you, like squashing charter rights all day and stuff. It's kind of difficult, but in any case, congrats, boys. He's well deserved, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm glad he's out too. I talked to him there a few times. I got a funny photo to show you of him here tonight. I see him. Oh yeah, they're never going to stop, Chris. You know that, right? They just won't ever stop, right? But anyway, he's just a dude. He's just a guy like you and me. You know what I mean? Like, he'll even tell you that himself. He's a guy that has a funny podcast that people like to watch, right? And anyway, the Muppet Show, yeah. I used to love the Muppet Show. That a Muppet Show up on the hill, yeah, that certainly is. But the problem with that Muppet Show, it's a $20,000 a minute Muppet Show. I don't even think the real Muppet Show cost that much to put on. Maybe it did. I could be wrong. Anyway, for all of my friends that think that patriotism is at an all-time low here in Canada and squashed, that's not exactly true. I'm going to play you guys a video. Please hit the like button, share button, blah, 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 so we can get some more folks in here tonight. And anyway, I'll play this little short video. I found this briefly. I don't know where I was, to be honest. I was somewhere today on the interwebs, and I came across this, and it's a nice video. I'll play it for you here. Hang on.
Showing up. If no one invests in you, invest in yourself. If no one believes in you, believe in yourself. Even if you don't see the results right away, keep showing up until you do see the results. Even if you don't see the results for a very, very long time, keep showing up. What if the results don't come? They're not going to come if you quit. Keep showing up. I'm tired. Keep showing up. I don't feel like it. Keep showing up. I can't see any results. Keep showing up.
Anyway, I think that one deserves a replay. I'm going to play that one more time there. Stand up, be free. Yup.
Keep showing up. If no one invests in you, invest in yourself. If no one believes in you, believe in yourself. Even if you don't see the results right away, keep showing up until you do see the results. Even if you don't see the results for a very, very long time, keep showing up. What if the results don't come? They're not going to come if you quit. Keep showing up. I'm tired. Keep showing up. I don't feel like it. Keep showing up. I can't see any results. Keep showing up.
Yeah, so keep showing up. Yeah, I'll put the link to that video in the either description or the first comment. I'll pin it when this thing gets put on YouTube. So yeah, so keep showing up and be free. Those are the two most important things we could tell anyone could tell anybody right now about what's happening, particularly in right here in Canada, but everywhere as far as that goes. Oh man, you wouldn't believe the messages I get from folks like, all over the world, basically, but Canada, United States, and people telling me that if we ever get in trouble, we need to go down to the States. We can stay with them, and that it's going to be, eventually there might be a big fight down there, and we appreciate everybody's support. We support everybody, and and I don't talk about the what war and the what place, because everybody's squeaking and squawking about that, and nobody knows anything about what they're talking about, to be honest. There's only a few people that I would trust for information from there, and to be completely honest, I don't even want to throw my anchor or my oar in there because I can't verify any of the info. Plenty of Muppets here in the UK. They're called MPs. Right on, yeah. Just for curiosity's sake, guys, what is your guys' favorite Muppet? I'm kind of in between a few different Muppets. My all-time favorite, though, I have to say, is Animal. If you guys know who Animal is, he's my favorite. And not just because he's a musician, but I just think he's my kind of Muppet. Yeah, it's hard to say what's happened. People keep sending me all this negative stuff all the time on Facebook and everything else. And, my buddy of mine sent me something about what they're doing now and this bill that they're releasing. And you know what I said to them? I said, I don't care. I said, I'm done with them. And it's true. I'm completely done. I'm completely over them. I'm done. Like, do your best, do your worst, whatever, man. Let her buck. Doesn't make any difference what you come out with. I'm not going to do any of it anyway. So Kermit the Frog is what PDS says. Kermit the Frog. Yeah, Kermit's cool. There's a lot of memes based around Kermit. Animals is Chris's favorite too. Yeah, I just like Animal. I don't know why. I mean, they chain the guy up until it's time to go drumming. So I don't know why it resonates with me, but for some reason that resonates, right? Oh, you're just never going to be able to stop me. Yeah, I'll always speak out. Just you can't stop me. It's just not possible. Well, it is possible, but that's only my fleshly body. That's not me, really. As we all know, we have a spirit, we have a soul. Kermie and the chef, yeah, the Swedish chef is kind of comical as well. I forgot about him. Itchy bitchy borchy little squirrely whirly. Itchy bitchy borchy little squirrely. He's trying to figure out the recipe to cook the squirrel or whatever it is. Yeah, the two old guys up in the balcony for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely one of the grumpy old men. I'm not sure which one I am, but the guy with the bushy eyebrows, I guess. Grover, yeah, I like Grover. See, these are the kind of topics that YouTube wants us to talk about. We're okay as long as we stay on the Muppets or any of the shows or like the common TV shows everyone talks about. It's like I'm at work and the apocalypse is getting ready to kick off, and they just want to talk about their new house they bought in their car and then trip to Mexico. I give them that look. You guys know that look, right? Or you've seen that look. And Grover's pretty cool, I gotta admit. Cookie Monster, yes, of course. He's Oscar the Grouch. How did I leave him out? I probably resonate more. That's Sesame Street, though. I probably resonate more with Oscar than anybody. But Animal for sure. Animal for sure on the Muppets. There she is. How you doing tonight? Good to see you on here. We're talking about really important stuff here, like the Muppets, who your favorite Muppet was. Beaker, yeah, I like Beaker and the Professor. I still watch those videos. The one about the fireproof paper, and then Beaker goes over with the torch and he lights it, and it's like a big inferno. Yeah, uh, you know the chef's song and recipe. Hong Kong turnings by Turner. Good day, sir. How are you? Yeah, good to see you on here. Yeah, we're just having a little rag chew, as they say in the ham radio, just getting together. There's so much more, Billy, I could say, but I can't say. You know what I mean? I am sort of tuned up to what's going on, all the latest and greatest. And did you notice how that thing that happened at the Oscars just basically they changed the channel on everybody's brain? That's all that happened there is the arm went through the TV and switched the channel. And then everyone stopped talking about the thing over there between the R and the U, and then they started talking about the Oscars like it was some big special event. Oh, did you see it? Oh, 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 hold the payments. Anyone remember the Leon's commercials where they were like selling furniture and telling you to hold the payments? And it was a guy like me with a Santa hat on. But anyway, I digress. more more trips back into the early 90s, going through the time warp continuum. Oh, well, thank you very much. Yes, I know they do, Kat. I was down in Texas. I spent 3 months down there. Great place. It's probably where I should be now, in all honesty, but I have to stay up here and fight for my country. We'll see what goes on. Everyone's talking about leaving and stuff. I'm saying, nah, I ain't leaving. No, sir. I'm not leaving, not tucktailing and running. Not going to happen. We built her, boys. We built her with our sweat off our brow and burying our dead as we went. And why would I give her up now, right? When it needs me the most. Yeah, TVs. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. We have one on the wall here. It's a Samsung, whatever the heck it is. We don't turn it on just to watch a movie or something, but that's the only time it's ever on. It keeps wanting to connect me to the internet, right? Every time I turn it on, it wants to connect to the internet. Oh, connect. Everything's got to be connect. Your TV's got to talk to your dishwasher, and your dishwasher has to talk to your garbage disposal, and your garbage disposal has to talk to your lights, and your lights have to talk to your dryer. No. My machines don't talk to each other, because if they do, they're not machines. They're some sort of entity. So out to the pile you go, out to the burn pile. But anyway, oh yeah, of course, Ashley. I'm not gonna leave. No, no. There's no give up in me, and none of the people I associate with either, as far as that goes. But anyway, so I promised you guys a funny picture. You guys all know Jeremy McKenzie, the Rage. Well, I got a funny picture of him. I'll see if I can share it here. You probably won't like me sharing this, but it's funny, so I'm going to share it. Let's find it first. This is him the other night. Somebody caught him sleeping. He's been pretty tired. So anyway, they they helped themselves to the permanent marker and started coloring in his eyebrows and whatnot. So that's pretty funny. And I'm sure he's never going to go to sleeping again when he's around these bunch of jokers. But anyway, there he is with the dark eyebrows, and they're usually red. You guys know that, but he'd probably want to skin me alive if he saw that I shared this picture. Anyway, there he is, the J-Man himself, the Canada's most wanted Osama bin Laden in the flesh. And just by knowing that guy, I'm probably on that list too, but I don't care. I got nothing. I'm not doing anything wrong other than wanting to be free, which apparently is a crime. You're guilty until proven innocent now, isn't it? Isn't that how it's supposed to go now? I don't know. No idea. That's good hippie tea. Twinnings. The Earl Grey tea. I'm not an Englishman, but I do enjoy it. Where am I from? Where are you from? Who, me? Um, I'm from Prince Edward Island, but I spent most of my adult life here in Nova Scotia, but also out west. Lived out there for a lot of years. But yeah, I'm friends with Mackenzie and all that bunch, and I know some of those veteran guys there too, Jake Spinney and a few of the other guys that were in Ottawa there. And somehow we all tend to gravitate towards each other because we're birds of a feather, I guess, flock together, whatever that saying is. I think that's the saying. Yeah, I enjoy. I'm a coffee drinker, hardcore coffee, even espresso. But I do enjoy the odd little bit of tea once in a while. Yeah, of course she is, Nova Scotia. Yeah, I spent most of my adult life here, and this is where I call home. There's nothing for me on the island anymore. In our small town in the Ozarks, Arkansas, Muppets not welcome. Right on. I should put a big sign up next to with a picture of the Swedish chef on it and says Muppets are not welcome right under my no trespassing sign. I might do that actually. Take a picture for you guys. You'll probably get a laugh or two out of that. Yeah, I was talking to some lady there. She grew up in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, and pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Those people that grew up there, they know what mountain life's about for sure, right? And the hardships of the winter. The winter's brutal even up where I'm at here. It's vicious, right? You got to start putting your wood in June or July to get ready for the following year, and and growing your garden. I did look at the garden today, guys, and the garlic shoots are about that high. They're starting to spring up already. So I'm going to wait until they do this, and then I'm going to trim them down with the scissors, and that way all the energy goes into the bulb and not into the plant. But in any case, not a super green thumb, but I'm like everybody else. I just learn as I go. But yeah, so the I showed this video to the boys. It's kind of a funny video in a sense. Jeremy says that he thinks that maybe this goat is a relative of Phil's. I don't know if you guys know who Phil is if you follow his channel. But anyway, here's the video of the goat.
Right off on nobody when they talk, because a lot of people underestimate raincoats, and that's what I'm. Where you going, girl? Where you going? We were just getting started, man. We was having a good conversation. You just gonna walk off mid-conversation? Is that a culture thing out here? Y'all just walk off mid-conversation? You better ring my bell before you. Oh, wait. You swatting me off like I'm a fruit fly out here? I'm a fruit fly to you, huh? You and your grocery bags, girl. What you ever just wave me off like, we got Captain Sable out here with the subpar kicks, your little low-budget supermarket sneakers on. I got something for you right here. Feel that in the thigh meat, player. It's time for the double up, though, playboy. Yeah, okay. Oh, you kicking? Yeah. Oh, we shoving now, huh? We shoving? Yeah, you better use the treaty of event, swinging the safety. No, don't try to blend into the crowd. Trying to blend into the crowd like they gonna save you? Oh, and where the hell you going, tight pants? Come over here, tight pants. Where you going, man? You know them pants ain't built for the running you trying to do. Come over here and feel the ramifications of being nosy.
Yeah. Quite possibly a cousin to Jeremy's goat there. We're not sure. Yeah, the goatmanator, exactly. Yeah, they can be kind of rammy at times, I guess. but whatever. I knew a guy used to have a rooster, and it was like his guard rooster. He used to put like a chain or like a chain and a collar around its neck and walk it like it's a cat, right? And it was pretty nasty little rooster. I have no idea where that is, Lori. It's just I thought it was funny, so I figured I'd put it on there. Just show you guys, right? I'm feeling a little silly this evening, I guess. But anyway, yeah. So I don't have a green thumb. I don't remember which saint it was in the Bible that could grow stuff. Not I don't remember exactly, but I'm just going to experiment with different amounts of manure and I guess like the thing where I go wrong is not realizing that even carrots need a fertilizer of some sort. You need to put something in there for them to eat initially, or potatoes too, right? And just feed them once maybe. And I know they got this stuff here. It's basically liquid seaweed. It comes in a can or a jar, and you can just put that in around your plants and stuff. And apparently it does really well. And then somebody in here told me that if you put a can of sardines in there, they really like that. Like in them, like right around the base of or you put it in and then plant your plant right in there. They like that as well. So should let him loose in Parliament. Yeah, he could do some cramming in there, couldn't he? In the old Parliament building. Man, there'd be suits flying and leather Gucci bags and sunglasses and stuff flying like crazy in there. Kelp from the ocean. Yeah, I did hear that, Jim. I did hear that is one of the ways to help it for sure. But anyway, we'll just keep trying. Like I've learned how to do everything is just experimentation. Chicken manure is really good but strong. Yeah, that's what I have access to locally. But I have a bunch of sheep manure here too, and I've got some compost. We'll mix it all in there, and we'll figure out how to get her done. But we're gonna put the garden in, planting from seed because I haven't had any luck transplanting from like little shoots. I used to start my tomato plants around this time, and then they grow fairly high, and then I'd stick them in. But your goats eat all your garden. Well, you should get a book then on fencing. But even then, it's probably not easy to keep them out of there. If they really want it, they're going to get it. We have rabbits and stuff here and deer that they don't really spend a lot of interest in it. And now the garden boxes are right up next to the house here. I got them, they're only about 3 feet away from the water supply. So, in any case, she said, you put yourself over your crop. Yeah, I do every year. Fish fertilizer. Yeah, that seems to be what everyone's been telling me. Yeah, I help build you a little fence to keep your goats from chewing up your garden. Parliament manure. I bet you that'd be very expensive stuff. I don't know if we'd be able to afford that, would we? It's gotten even more expensive since the first. They got their big raise. Gardens and goats don't mix. Yeah, I don't know. I think they could mix. You just have to have a really good goat-proof garden, I guess. I don't know how you do that, but maybe just try putting something hanging off the ground high enough that they can't get into it and grow in there. Almost like you hang plants, like for like pretty plants, I call them, or whatever, but grow food in them instead. Try that. I grow potatoes in tires, in old discarded tires, and I had quite a few last year, but they were small. But this year I'm going to put some potash in there from the stove, and I'm going to do a little better job of like fertilizing them and feeding them a bit. But anyway, yeah, you could try that. You could try hanging them, just like hang your baskets. Yeah, hang everything, your carrots, your potatoes, just hang your whole garden in the air so they can't get to it. But anyway, yeah, a lot of people don't like fencing because it does dirty up the landscape, so to speak. But, well, you got to eat, right? So you'll figure it out. Santa Claus, yes. Sarah, that you're sadly not the first person to call me that. But the joke may be on all of you because I found out about this place in Tennessee that will pay a guy like me $30,000 American for 1 month's work playing Santa Claus. And just so happens that I stopped motorcycle work on the end of November. So I could get up to Tennessee and do the whole month of December up there and make 30 grand American, which, what's that? Like 89,000 Canadian or something like that. All right. So the joke could be on me or on you guys as far as that goes. But we'll see. Wall pots on shelves. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's a viable alternative, possibly. You have Nigerian dwarfs that get through everything. Nigerian dwarf goats. Yes, okay, all right. Bus with a green thumb. I love working the earth. Well, Delinda, help me out with my garden if you wouldn't mind, so that I can have. I want to have carrots the size of a soup can. I want to have good crops, and they did have that mushroom compost that you could get from the mushroom farm here, but they've discontinued that. You can't get it anymore. And stuff used to grow amazing on that, but it's all in the soil, I guess, and it's of course the maintenance too, and the weeding and all that. But just need the land. You're in the city. Well, just do what they do in Toronto. Just grow a garden right in your living room. And when the people down below you complain of the water, of the water dripping through, just harvest. That's a true story, by the way. I had a friend who used to work in apartment maintenance. He was telling me that the people do grow gardens right in their living room in some places in Toronto. 30K US is a new Harley for Christmas. There you go. Well, especially once you come up to Canada and you can buy it up here for half that. Well, why not laugh about everything? If you don't laugh at this stage in the game, you're probably going to be crying. So it's better to laugh, I think. That's the other thing too. I'm finding out. You just got to not look at all the nonsense. Eat your weeds too. Yeah, you probably could for sure. My problem is that I'm not all that great with the vegetable thing. I should eat a lot more of them than I do. I've been trying to figure out how to grow a cheese whiz and bagel tree, but that hasn't materialized yet. So if I could figure that out, I definitely would be able to grow food. Oh, you're the property manager. Let them complain. Yeah, there you go. Just bring in a bunch of bags of Pro Mix soil, dump it down there, and some sheep manure. Mix it all up. Get yourself a little garden rake. And then put the seeds in and pound the water to it. Okay, there you go. Hanging planters for veg keeps the slugs off. We'll say I wasn't totally out to lunch then, Doug. I don't think. I haven't seen much in the line of shortages yet, but it's hard to say because a lot of times they still have a couple months supply left, and they've been like bringing them all out to the forefront, but if you look in the back, there's nothing in there. But it hasn't materialized into full-blown huge shortages yet, but we're expecting it. Don't grow toast. No, not toasted bagels, just bagels, plain bagels. I'm not even going to get fancy. Yeah, Cheese Whiz is not healthy at all. I'm not even sure it's cheese. In fact, I'm pretty sure it isn't. Yeah, food prices are getting ridiculous. They're very much gone up. Everything's gone up. I've been shopping at the superstore a little bit, and it seems to me that their prices are better than Sobeys. Cool. I make my own bread. I've been doing that for years. I don't make my own bagels, though, but I'm sure if I can make bread, I could probably figure that one out. But in any case, that's cool. Now, if you just make your own Cheese Whiz, you probably can. There's probably recipes for homemade. There's recipes for homemade everything, so it's probably a lot better for you, the Cheese Whiz you would make, too. But anyway, a person shouldn't live off of that stuff anyway. I mean, they should eventually eat an apple, you know what I mean? Like, or a carrot or something. That should find a way into your diet somehow. Just my opinion, but, your body needs that stuff, I think. Oh, yeah, they're definitely planned. No question. No question. Um, yeah, no, it's all part of the plan, bud. Everything is. Well, thank you, Frank. Peace to you as well, my brother. We're just that's what irritates them the most is when we get together and we hug and love each other. You know what I mean? I've looked at it from all angles, and that's the thing that bothers them the absolute most is when we get together and love each other and hug each other and say nice things and help each other. They hate that. They don't like that at all. Toast and butter and cheese whiz. There you go. There you go. Real food is important. Yeah, it is. Absolutely, it is. That's part of the reason, probably, why certain things are happening to people. Can't go into any more detail because we're on YouTube. But you know what I mean. Craft dinner. Yeah, I used to live off that stuff when I was a kid. That's all they made pretty well. Glad to have it though. Yeah, I'm told carrots get sweeter if you leave them in the ground the first frost of another crop near the end of the summer. That's pretty cool. Didn't know about that one, but I did know that we used to leave potatoes in the ground and then harvest them and just keep them in the dirt, and they'd last forever. I had a first year I grew potatoes here. I had over 100 pounds, and we kept them in Rubbermaid totes with soil on them, like just mud basically that come right out of the garden. They were around, and they lasted all winter long. We kept them in a cold room, and they lasted all winter. They were solid and good and tasty. Yeah, absolutely. Help our farmers and truckers, our neighbors, help one another. Yep, absolutely, we should. So if there's anybody out there that was part of your life that kind of like dwindled away, maybe just go check on them this week. Give them a call or something. Find out what's going on because maybe they have good reason for going away. They maybe they need help and they don't want to ask for it. So you reach out instead and be the better one, right? What does it say? Better to put your rewards in a place where neither moth nor rust nor whatever can soil them or destroy them. Good old English cheddar cheese. Yeah, yeah. My favorite cheese is extra old. That's the type of cheese I like. Not to the point where you got to pick the mold off it, but pretty near. Cheese whiz on everything. Yeah, there's people out there that do that. Can't be healthy. I mean, I think that stuff should be used probably in moderation, would be my guess. But I mean, I'm no pillar of health either. I'm telling people what they should be eating, but a lot of the food isn't food anymore, right? It's different now. Like years ago, lettuce used to rot. Nowadays, you get lettuce from the grocery store and last a month. Like lettuce shouldn't last a month. 2 weeks, week and a half, it should be rotten after that. But anyway, whatever. What do I know? I'm just a mechanic and a patriot. And according to the government, a criminal now because I like freedom. And I agree with freedom people. And I like freedom convoys. And I like the types of people that hang around freedom convoys and that sort of thing. Havarti is yummy. Yes, I agree with that. I like smoked Havarti. If you've ever tasted that, that's delicious. You can take any cheese if you've got a smoker and put it through the smoker and then have that flavor. I also have a bread maker. It's called the volcano oven. You can bake bread in it, and the bread has a lovely smoky taste. Some people like it, some don't. But yeah, the food doesn't taste the same for some reason. It's because it's not food, probably. It's got whatever in it, some other chemical or thing or what have you. Smoked Gouda. Yes. Yeah, I'm on board. Yep. Yep, John. That's pretty much me in a nutshell and everybody I know. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, just be the good one and reach out. Yeah, I know it'd make a good Santa. I was just talking about that, and I'm gonna maybe use that to my advantage. Muppeteers in Washington D.C. You sure do. We got lots of Muppets up here too. I know he's a Muppet. He knows I know he's a Muppet. You know he's a Muppet. They're Muppets, right? Smoked cheddar, anything, any type of smoked cheese. I'm right there with you. I'm on board. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yep, absolutely. I don't really know anybody that would turn down a piece of smoked cheese unless they were allergic to. And this is the other thing. Why is everybody allergic to everything now except for air? And they're allergic to that too because you know why. But why is it that everybody's allergic to everything? When I was a kid, nobody had allergies like that. They had hay fever maybe, but they weren't allergic to dairy products. They weren't allergic to gluten. They weren't allergic to peanuts. They weren't allergic to anything. Right? What's my Rumble handle? Iron Crow 1972. Um, no, and see, I've always been a free thinker. And that's why I didn't survive in the military longer than 5 years because I knew their program, which was to tell me basically everything, and I wasn't about that anymore. You know, that's why you can't make good soldiers out of old men because they've lived. They've got their own opinions about things and whatnot and have not. But anyway, freedom on toast washed down with a cup of Earl Grey. There you go. Now you're speaking my language. Yes, sir. Yep. Muppets everywhere. Muppets to the left of us. Muppets to the right of us. Valley, volley, and thunder. Muppet. Muppets of modern time. Yes. They just changed the name to gluten is a glyphosate Roundup. Oh, that's nice. Isn't that the stuff used to kill weeds with? Just saying. Um, Not allowed to speak truth, though. I forgot. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to have a storm tomorrow. I think I mentioned that. Someone else said it. Nova Scotia, we're supposed to get 20 centimeters up in the mountain here. We could get more. I'm ready for it. Don't like it because things are starting to get normal here. The temperatures have been in the plus side all week and they've only been hanging down around 2, 3 degrees at night and haven't even reached zero really. So we can feel spring in the air. I see robins and stuff. I saw a robin today out in the yard, and we can feel it in the air. It's that smell, that spring smell is here, and we don't want more snow because we want to get on with it. I want to get riding my motorcycle, right? The way I see it is if I'm going to work on them all the time, I want to be able to ride them all the time too as a reward for working on them all the time. Does that not make sense? So my plan this year is to take the bike that I bought and ride it and ride it and ride it and ride it and ride it. Ride it in the rain, ride it in the hail, ride it everywhere. Oh, and speaking of riding, did you guys hear that there's a motorcycle convoy headed down to Ottawa April 29th and 30th? A large motorcycle convoy headed down there. That could turn into something even bigger. Excuse me, even bigger than the truckers. We'll wait to see how all that goes. I know I won't be able to get there initially or even at all, maybe, because I'm so busy, but We're certainly going to find out what that's about. Vroom vroom. Yeah, it won't be honk honk anymore. It'll be vroom vroom. That'll drive them all nuts, and they'll all have to put in for some sort of benefit from the gov for PTSD, because the honking must continue until people are free. The vroom vrooming will continue until people are free. Maybe we should get all our American brothers up here with their motorcycles. Maybe all our brothers from Texas and from Florida and from Georgia and from Arkansas and from Arizona and from Louisiana. Get them all to come up to Ottawa on the 29th, 30th of April, or even the first week of May. Maybe we'll all join. American, Canadian motorcycles will join together in one large group. Imagine it. Just think on it, how many that would be. That would be enormous, wouldn't it? I'm just speaking out loud here. Does anybody else think that would be a very, very cool idea? I'm not necessarily a Harley guy. I like all makes and models, and I work on all makes and models. If it's got two wheels and you're into it and you're riding it, it's cool. That's the way I look at it. But I like them all. I think that'd be something, wouldn't it? If they all got together and just said, guess what? We're here. I wonder where Justine would go hide when they showed up down there. Tofino? I don't think she'd go to Tofino. She'd have to go somewhere else. I'm not sure where she'd go. They don't want her in Europe because they already chased her out of there. You guys saw all those videos. They don't want her in Great Britain or the UK because she had to go in the back door there. They wouldn't let her in the front. They don't want her anywhere, really. So I'm not sure where she would hide, but she'd have to go somewhere because all those motorcycles, those thunder headers on those bigger V-twins, they just shake the very ground. They'd be like armored horse, right? In the Braveheart movie, shake the very ground. Well, what do? You run and hide like the Highland Way. We'll make spears twice as long as a man. You can't tell that I watch a lot of movies, eh? Especially those types of movies. It'll be a fantastic ride, bud. I'd be down for that in a nanosecond if I could figure out a way to do it. Go down there as a mobile mechanic and fix people's machines while I was there. If I could make a living doing it down there, I'd definitely think about it. Border U.S.-Canada rally, if they're listening, not a blockade. Yeah, let's see what's he. April 16th, border USA-Canada rally, if they're not listening. Oh, okay. Apparently there was cars and stuff down there last week and a few trucks, but I don't know. I never got any of the video from it, so I can't say for sure, but that's just what I heard. Well, that's no good. The one biker in the People's Convoy was hit by a truck on his way home from Maryland last week. It was Bob. He's in the hospital, broken but alive. Okay, everybody pray for Bob, please. That's awful. Never like hearing them stories. I don't know, but I can tell you this in all honesty, that I never feel as free as when I'm on the back of a motorcycle. Never. The only other thing that comes close is when I'm hunting. And it's just me and the animal. That's the only other time I feel as free. And those of you that haven't tried it, you owe it to yourself to try it. It's unlike anything else there is. You're not in a cage. You're right out in the wind. You're out in the open. You can smell everything. You can see and feel everything. There's no cage around you. You're part of it. You're not just riding in a cage going down the road on four wheels. You're it. You're in it. And what's even cooler is if you've ever ridden with a group of bikes and you're riding, trying to beat a storm or riding into a storm. That's an event all on its own. But let's pray that gains the momentum Maybe pass it on to your American friends that us Canadian bikers would like to see you up here. Maybe some of them will come. Who knows? I know Sturgis already went on because a friend of mine just came back from there. But you American friends are welcome up here. We'll find you a place to stay. Just come. Just come. Right? Put the word out, guys. Put the word out. Tell all your riding friends and yourselves, your cousins and your family members, and that we want you up here. Come on up. You know, peaceful, of course, but we want the people to gather. We want to unite the clans, right? All the clans. Southern United States, Central, Middle United States, the Northern States, you know, Canadian provinces. We want to unite the clans all together again as one, right? Wouldn't that be something? And there wouldn't be a thing that they could do about it. Nothing. Label you all as terrorists, I guess, for riding a motorcycle. Unite the clans, right? Unite the clans. Absolutely. That's what's needed in this humble, blue-collar hauler, Santa Claus looking guy telling you. That's what I believe. Well, thank you, Jim. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. But in any case, I guess we'll probably end it there, folks. Let's have a quick prayer, if you wouldn't mind. We'll talk to the Papa for a minute, and then we'll say goodnight. Lord, we thank you for the gathering of all these folks, these like minds. It's awesome to see. I can feel their power. I can feel their energy from here through the computer. And we pray for Bob, who got busted up on his motorcycle, that he would heal. And we pray for this idea of the bikers convoy that comes together, that it will happen, that you will let it happen, you will make it happen, you will help it happen. And bring us together as one people with one voice against tyranny and against all those that wish to destroy us, imprison us, or otherwise restrict us. In your name we pray. Amen. Nothing better than talking to the big fella and getting some concrete answers from him is even nicer than that. So anyway, we'll have a goat roast. I hope not. We'll have to save them goats for later when we really need them. But anyway, thanks everybody tonight for taking time out of your weekend to spend time with me and to talk and to get together as a group. I appreciate it very much so. Please subscribe, please like, please share, help the channel grow. No, the subscriptions have been falling off lately, so we're trying to get the numbers back up, and we'll continue onwards and upwards. So until we meet again very soon, be free.